Postal Association of Kenya, Rupha, my Chair of Social Health Authority, Dr. Timothy Olueng, colleagues from the Ministry of Health, all representatives from the private sector, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Allow me to start by expressing the apologies of the Principal Secretary, State Department of Medical Services, Harry Kimtai, who was supposed to officiate this function, but because of exigencies of work, and you know the situation we are dealing with has been called for another engagement. So I'm here to read the speech on his behalf. And as an experienced bureaucrat, I'll only read the speech. I will not remove any comma or add any full stop. I will not take any questions on his behalf. So that is a disclosure I have to make from the word go. I take great pleasure in joining you in this important convention, bringing together Rupha and all its stakeholders in the country. This meeting comes at a very critical time for the country when we are in high gear towards implementation of our universal health coverage agenda. We have made a lot of legislative reforms in the sector to ensure that this time our UHC journey is not stillborn. There have been previous attempts to reforming the health sector towards universal health coverage. These attempts failed because of lack of inclusiveness in our design process and implementation, and also limited political commitment of goodwill. The private sector has been involved in service delivery, which is a key health system pillar for the attainment of universal health coverage. Over the past 1 year, the Ministry of Health has engaged the private sector in the development and implementation of key priorities of the government. Rupha, I want to acknowledge, has played a key role in submission of views for the bills that later became law and regulations to be able to operationalize those laws. This shows how important the government considers the private sector as a key stakeholder in health service delivery. It is also not lost to us as a ministry that the private sector currently serves more than 50% of our population in terms of health service delivery. And going forward, we see that shift where the private sector will be the most critical player in terms of health service delivery, and the public health sector coming just to buttress. This goes a long way, not only in discongesting our already overwhelmed public health facilities, but ensuring that innovations that the private sector can be able to bring then can be able to benefit our population. It is also noteworthy that most of the private sector facilities are located in the rural areas where a majority of our population live, therefore promoting access to healthcare and ensuring nobody is left behind in the journey towards universal health coverage. I am cognizant of the fact that in some counties, probably the level 4 or level 5 facility, which is the main referral facility, is private sector owned. And we want to applaud the private sector for that great role that they have played in ensuring that Kenyans access healthcare services. And we urge you to continue investing in this ecosystem. If you look at the health economy, it is one of those economies that promotes inclusiveness. One, because health service delivery usually requires a lot of human capital. And if you look at the fraction of healthcare workers who are female, they form the majority. So that promotes inclusiveness, equity, and promotes social cohesion and overall development. The health economy also tends to do well despite difficult shocks thrown in during difficult phases like increased inflation, conflict. You saw even during the COVID-19 pandemic, people continue to invest in the health sector because it made also business sense to invest. While other sectors were closing, I believe this hotel probably was closed, during that time, but healthcare workers and investors in the health sector were putting in more diagnostic centers, more ICU capacity, etc. It is with this recognition that the ministry has considered private health facilities as a backbone for the implementation of UHC under the Social Health Authority, and I'm glad that I'm speaking after the chair has articulated what SHA is going to do going forward. It is our hope that we'll support this process through provision of quality health services and providing investments where there are gaps. We sincerely hope that if we work together in this journey, the main beneficiary will be the common Kenyans who currently view healthcare as a privilege rather than as a constitutional guaranteed right. It is not lost to us the cry that your association has raised concerning the delays in payment from NHIF, and now that we are transitioning from NHIF to the Social Health Authority. I want to assure you that this matter is receiving the highest attention at the highest level of government. And to reiterate again that no valid claim will go unpaid, however long it takes. On the same note, it's important that this problem of delayed payments is addressed before the new Social Health Authority fund kicks in. That is in the next financial year. In this regard, the ministry gazetted the Transition Committee. The Social Health Authority Board is now almost fully completed, and they have started the journey of scrutinizing the reasons for the delays in payment and what mitigation measures we need to put in place to ensure that when we start on the Social Health Authority, we start on a clean slate going forward. It is our hope where we sit that if we can be able to get the resources, that all pending payments are scrutinized and paid upfront before we move into the new architecture. That is from 1st of July. And the measures will include putting in place a very robust patient identification system and a claim settlement, digital claim settlement system where each health facility will get real-time information regarding each claim submitted as they offer the services. It is my sincere hope that your association will work together with the ministry and the board of the Social Health Authority during the transition process as partners and stakeholders, and this joint effort will bring a win-win outcome for both the association, other providers, and the general public. We look forward to engaging with you in provision of services by the Social Health Authority, and therefore we call upon you to adopt a robust information system that will enable e-contracting and e-claim processes for increased efficiency. Where infrastructure support will be required, we will call upon you to encourage your members to invest in this necessary infrastructure. Finally, we call upon you to help in the reduction of fraud associated with healthcare providers, as has been seen in the past, to guarantee that collections made by Kenyans and the government do not go to waste, as our government will put to protect the collected resources from pilferage and mismanagement. We are looking forward to walking this journey together so that we can be able to make a difference in the health of the Kenyan people. Thank you.
Okay, the Director General. So now, because of time, we will move very fast. I know the team here has a lot of meetings after this. So the next item on our agenda is launching of the new Rupha brand. And so we are going to have a lot of confetti. Dr. Timothy Olonyi, it seems like I'm about to save you questions because of time. But I want to assure our members that we have more sessions during the day where questions can be raised. But right now, So right now what we want to do is to launch the new Rupha brand. Now for the sake of our guests, Director General, the Chairman, and Mrs. Jacinta, just give you a background. We started off as an association of rural hospitals only, and we had only 12 members at the start, back in 2019. Today, I think the count as at yesterday evening is the association has 396 active members. So we've come a long way. We have literally new providers joining every day. And as time has gone, the association has changed. If you look around, you will see CTI Hospital there. That is hardly rural, you can tell, because CTI Hospital is right opposite Kenyatta National Hospital right there. So we also know how to succumb to pressure. I want to say that this is us succumbing to pressure because of the composition of the association. And somebody also argued that when you look at the name Rupha, the U has always been silent there. Like it's never had a voice. So it's been Rural Private Hospitals Association for the last 5 years, and the U has always been silent. And our members who are in Nairobi, actually when we did our last census, Nairobi County had the largest membership within the association. And they kept on saying, when you guys go out there and you say you are rural, where do you think us guys belong? So we have, and we are passing that resolution today to rebrand Rupha to the Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya. And it is this day going down in history. Director General Amoth and Chairman of SHA, you are the ones who will launch this newborn baby. And you are going to get help from some of our members from Nairobi and the larger towns. Watu wa Nairobi mko wapi hapo ndani? Can I see Nairobi people? Show of hands. So stop hiding. I'm seeing you. I know where you are. Good. So what we are going to do, simple process. We have this here. We have this. There's a banner back here. On the front, you have Rupha, which has been our brand for the last 5 years. But the paper on top is peelable. That is it can be torn off. So we are going to ask maybe 4 or 5 members from Nairobi to come forward. Let me see who guys. Where are our Nairobi? Steph, you want to do this? Karibu, Stephanie from Penda. Where else? Where is CTI? Where is CTI? Come forward, CTI, come forward. Where is Nairobi Radiotherapy? We have Nairobi Radiotherapy. Come forward. Zawena, do you want to join? Radiant are here. Langata Hospital are here. So, I mean, when you hear all those names, really we have to give in to accommodating our urban members. So now I'm going to ask the DG to please come forward and the chairman. I don't know whether our music people are ready. Confetti, uko tayari? Vice Chairman, come.
Harambe, harambe, tuvute pamoja. Harambe, harambe, tuvute pamoja. Harambe, harambe, tuvute pamoja. Tujenge Rupha yetu.
I know something Yeah, we'll have our DG and our chair just taking a piece of the old peel it off so that it can reveal what is there. And then whatever remains, the urban people will help them to do it. And then on the count of 3, we will do our celebration together. We celebrate, we clap our hands, our confetti will be up. Karibuni, Bwana DG and Bwana Chair. Just take a piece of it, yeah, and peel.
Sisi twasema Rupha hakuna matata.
Thank you. Let's appreciate them.
Sisi twasema Rupha hakuna matata.
3, let's have our celebration.
Sisi twasema Rupha hakuna matata. Tujenge Rupha yetu. Sisi twasema Rupha hakuna matata. Sisi twasema Rupha hakuna matata. Sisi twasema Rupha hakuna matata. Tujenge Rupha yetu. Harambe, 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 tuvute pamoja. Harambe, harambe, tuvute pamoja. Harambe, harambe, tuvute pamoja. Tujenge Rupha yetu. Sisi twasema Rupha hatuna matata. Hakuna matata. Sisi twasema Rupha hakuna matata. Sisi twasema Rupha hakuna matata.
Asanteni sana. Let's appreciate the birth of a new one. Thank you so much. We'll now ask our guests to take their seats. As I bring in back our chairman.
All right, thank you so much. I should say, Chairman and DG, you peeled everything off. But we appreciate you. So, ladies and gentlemen, because of time, we are now going to go for tea break. So, during this tea break, we encourage you to interact, especially with our exhibitors in the other hall. So, the tea break is going to be half an hour. But while that is happening, I think we will be having a media briefing going on here for DG and SHA chairman and myself, because we issued a notice, but we need to do a show of working together. And maybe, because we have an AGM this evening, maybe Bwana Chairman and Bwana DG, maybe the AGM this evening will say, walipenda vile uliongea na wameondoa hiyo maneno yote wametoa. So I think it's good for us to set the stage. I'm going to ask the Vice Chairman to lead us in a word of prayer so that for those who are going to have the tea break, they can go ahead. And then our guests, if fourth estate, please, you can move forward over here. We can do our media briefing from here while the rest of the team has the tea break. Thank you very much, Vice Chair.
I declare the food, the drink, and the cookies we'll take is blessed. You are welcome.